The concept of the devil wanting to keep Christians poor is rooted in biblical teachings and has been a topic of discussion among believers for centuries. According to Scripture, Satan's primary goal is to steal, kill, and destroy, and one of the ways he achieves this is by hindering Christians from reaching their full potential, including financially. The devil's strategy is to keep believers in a state of poverty, by limiting their ability to fulfill their purpose and live a life of abundance. One of the main reasons the devil wants to keep Christians poor is to prevent them from being a blessing to others. When believers are financially stable, they are more likely to be generous and support kingdom-related projects, such as missions, evangelism, and community development. By keeping Christians poor, the devil reduces their ability to give, thereby limiting the spread of the gospel and the advancement of God's kingdom. Additionally, when Christians are poor, they are more likely to be self-focused, striving to meet their own basic needs rather than seeking to bless others. Another reason the devil wants to keep Christians poor is to undermine their faith and trust in God. Poverty can lead to feelings of hopelessness, despair, and anxiety, causing believers to doubt God's provision and care. The devil uses financial struggles to whisper lies into the ears of Christians, telling them that God is not faithful or that he is not interested in their well-being. By keeping Christians in a state of financial struggling, the devil aims to erode their trust in God's goodness and provision, leading them to seek alternative sources of security and comfort. The devil also wants to keep Christians poor because it hinders their ability to live a life of freedom and joy. When believers are financially stable, they are more likely to live a life of purpose and fulfillment, using their resources to pursue their passions and interests. Poverty, on the other hand, can lead to a life of drudgery and monotony as Christians struggle to make ends meet. By keeping Christians poor, the devil seeks to steal their joy and freedom, replacing it with a life of financial stress and anxiety. Furthermore, the devil wants to keep Christians poor because it limits their ability to influence the world for Christ. When believers are financially stable, they are more likely to have a greater impact on their communities and the world at large. They are able to support kingdom-related initiatives, sponsor missionaries, and fund community development projects. By keeping Christians poor, the devil reduces their ability to be salt and light in the world, limiting their influence and effectiveness in spreading the gospel. It is essential for Christians to recognize the devil's strategies and resist his attempts to keep them in poverty. This requires a deep understanding of biblical teachings on finance and prosperity, as well as a commitment to trusting God's provision and care. Believers must also be intentional about managing their finances effectively, avoiding debt, and building wealth in a way that honors God. By doing so, Christians can break free from the devil's stronghold of poverty and live a life of financial freedom and abundance, using their resources to bless others and advance God's kingdom. In conclusion, the devil wants to keep Christians poor because it serves his purposes of hindering their ability to bless others, undermining their faith and trust in God, limiting their freedom and joy, and reducing their influence in the world. However, by understanding the devil's strategies and trusting in God's provision and care, believers can break free from the cycle of poverty and live a life of financial freedom and abundance. As Christians, we must be intentional about managing our finances effectively, trusting God's goodness, and using our resources to advance his kingdom and bring glory to his name.